right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. Yeah. Brooklyn, show respect next time because y'all was mid. I said it. It's over.
It's over. It's done. Oh, man. That shit was mid. Oh, man. Awesome.
Yeah, good show.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man. Let's see. Let's just look at with this coming week of everything
Yeah, next week
on.
looking brother.
Yeah. Let me see if I can
next week looking brother.
Let's see here.
I can't wait because I'm taking a vacation a couple of weeks. Well, a staycation, but yeah,
Okay.
I need a break from the jizzab.
Yeah.
Like the break.
Oh man, nice,
Working my ass off.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Next week. Oh shit. Yeah. Got me. Monday probably work actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably around. Let's do after Raw on Monday.
Cool. I can do that. It actually works out now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Hey, you hear about Matt Nagy?
Oh, what happened? Well, I know a couple things. Like, I mean, one unfortunate thing. I feel bad for. It was the Suns football game where they were saying like fire Nagy.
I did not hear about that. Holy shit.
Yeah. They were chanting fire Nagy, and
That's fucked up.
Yeah, at his kid's school, like during the game. And
come on, man, that's disrespectful now.
Yeah. That's why I said for the kid, like the kid don't deserve to go through that, man. Like,
That's but there's rumors reported like just every sports outlet saying after this Thanksgiving game when they go against the Lions, that's his last game. They're gonna let him go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to, man. You feel that coming, man. Like
that Baltimore game, I was like, come on.
Well, with no Lamar Jackson to still lose that, it was weird. Like you real bad now.
Personally, that was a weird game because I had Devontae Freeman on my fantasy team. He was a starter. I was like, yeah, but no. I was
man.
Emotionally, I was all over the place for that game, bro.
In one of my leagues, I have Lamar Jackson, so it was kind of nice to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna sit Lamar Jackson against the Bears. That's cool. And then I picked up Cam Newton in that one as well.
Dude, and I was like, bro.
Yeah, he's back, man. He's back.
And that defense I saw you picked off the waiver wire, the Eagles. I was like, holy shit, man. You making some smart moves, brother. I'm like, man.
Dude, man, it's just, I mean, just looking at the matchups and seeing what was going on, I'm like, they got a chance. You know, the Eagles got a chance, so I felt good about that. And with Cam, it was just more about, I kept hearing like, ooh, they're gonna give him the start. They're gonna have him have more reps, and like, let me just take a chance. You know, Kyler Murray's out. I'd rather try him than some of these other dudes. So it just both of those hit the same way, man. It was great. It was great. So man. So feeling good about that. Yeah, it's been an interesting year overall, though. Like the Titans losing to who was it? They lost to the Texans, and I don't think anybody saw that coming.
I did not see that.
Like
coming, bro.
The Texans are terrible.
They are,
and the Titans have just been on this roll, even without Derrick
They're
Henry.
last in rushing. Like I have Duke Johnson, but I didn't even. He's on my bench, man. He just
David Johnson.
Yeah, David Johnson, not Duke Johnson. I'm sorry, David Johnson, man.
Yeah.
And he's on my bench just for emergency use.
They got no running game.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. And the Titans, they beat Buffalo, they beat the Ravens, they've beaten all these good teams, but then they lose to the Texans and the Jets, like of all teams. Like how? Like how does that happen? It's just crazy. Like it's just been such a weird season.
Any given Sunday, man.
That's what it is, you know. I keep thinking to myself, like, what if they just said, you know what, like whoever wins the Super Bowl, they got to play the Jets or the Texans, and let's just see if you're for real. Like if you're for real, all right? Yeah. Because the way this year's been going, I wonder if just for one game, if Tampa plays the Texans, Could the Texans win? Could they pull that off? And they said, this is for all the marbles. This is the Super Bowl. We're going to let the Texans get a shot.
Oh, shit.
What if? Like, because it's so random how this just happens. I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh, my God. So I have Survivor Series going on in the background right now. And I'm seeing the replay of Vince McMahon pulling out that damn egg. And just the looks on everybody's face.
Roster get look at Reggie's face. If
Dude.
you pay attention.
Well, so it's Mansoor is like the most into this
Animated.
Yeah, his eyes got super big. It's just goofy. It's off now.
Do what you got to do to survive, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. They're all like,
terrible joke.
yeah, no, I can't even go off of that. I almost did.
I'm gonna admit it. I'm like, you know what? Let me take accountability right here. That's a bad joke. Don't do it. Don't go down my path. I'm a heel.
No.
Don't do it.
Yeah, right. I'm like, no, that's too soon.
Take the pass.
That's too soon. Like, damn. Oh man. But speaking of though, shout out Bronson Reed because he's on Impact now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
You didn't see the clip?
No. I just saw that he's there. He's Jonah now. That's his name.
Yeah, he go by his real name now, Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he took out Josh Alexander. And he gave him like 3 of those tummy moves, my guy.
Wow.
3, maybe 4, but it was multiple. More than 2. That's all I remember. More than 2. I was like, holy shit. He took his ass out.
See that.
Yeah.
I gotta see that.
See the clip.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, man. Like he deserved another shot. So I'm happy that he's getting that right away. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, Bronson Reed or Jonah back.
We didn't even talk about the other releases, like from like the rest of Hit Row is gone, and
I thought we talked about that last time. The last time we recorded.
Nah, we talked about B Fab when she got let go. I'm talking about
for the predictions, because I think that news came out like around the same time. I think it was the day before we were gonna record.
No. We recorded Tuesday. I remember that, and I think it came out Wednesday or Thursday is when the reported the releases when it came out.
Huh?
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
We didn't even talk about it.
I guess that's just crazy. Just how much we've talked about it. I felt like we talked about that already because it's just there's so many. Like there's just so many releases. 79 wrestlers, I think overall. That's what the list is up to. Like it's just
that's
sad.
A lot.
It's just sad. Yeah, I swear we had talked about that. That's crazy. Because the one thing or one tweet that I saw that kind of summed it up for me too was
You back on Twitter?
What's that?
You back on Twitter?
No, they posted. It was like in one of the podcasts that I watched.
Oh, okay.
They showed her tweet.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I have a Twitter, but I don't really use it at all.
I know you got a Twitter. I was like, when did you get back on Twitter?
Yeah, no, I have one. I don't do anything with Twitter. But what's her Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah,
she posted about stop supporting a company that just doesn't care, about these wrestlers, and I was like, yeah, it's they're testing people's like loyalty in WWE with this, man, because you look at all the people that they just keep cutting, and it's just sad. And now too, the way they like character assassinating people after they leave, like Top Dollar saying, "Oh, he's difficult," like Keith Lee, "Oh, he's difficult," like.
Yeah, I see the reports like that. Yeah, but maybe I feel a little bit indifferent when it comes to the releases now. Like I just look at it as just part of life. Like it's just what you got to go through, man. If you dealt with that hand, you just deal with it. Like if Keith Lee got let go, all right, I know it will be another wrestling company that would see the value in him that WWE missed. If they don't see the value in Keith Lee, that's on them then. That's on WWE. Keith Lee knows what his value is, so he will move on, whatever promotion. Because I put this out there. Wrestling right now is in a great space. Like it's a lot of opportunities out there. Like even if it's smaller promotions, it's still a great space to get your name out there. Like ML Dub, Even though AEW is, they're like swelling right now, but still, it's still a possibility, opportunity for them. Like you got Impact too, and all these other smaller promotions as well. Like I just think, it's just more opportunities than it was before. Like if it was like back maybe the inception of NWA and TNA, I'll probably be like, just pissed off because where can these wrestlers go? It's no opportunities, but it's a lot of opportunities for them, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing too, though, is okay. Look at Xia Li right now, right? So Xia Li, they're doing those promos, those like comic book like intro things for her, and it feels a lot like what happened with Alistair, where with Alistair now Malachi Black, he was getting these, they put money into those promo videos and everything, and then you start to get excited about the Dark Father promos. And you start to get excited about, their debut. You get excited about them. But I have this weird feeling around this whole Xia Li promotion. Like, what if she's just released? Should I even get excited about this? Like, what's going to be the outcome of this? And so it just feels like a lot of the wrestlers now, I'm looking at them and I say, like, do I just disconnect now because I don't want to be pissed off and I don't want to, or do I'm like accepting like, okay, this could happen, so why do I even care? Like, I'm just not going to be as invested anymore, or what do I do? And so I don't know, or do I just ignore it and just hope that, okay, that's the end of the releases and now this is the roster. They've finally done enough cuts to where they're finally comfortable. Like, it's hard to I guess feel good about WWE, like even build up to this, like after all the releases too, it's that kind of hurt the build up towards Survivor Series as well, because you just hear another group of wrestlers getting cut again and again and again. It's just like, okay, and here's Survivor Series, watch it. It's like, what does this company stand for, man? Like, just letting people go like this, and I don't know. It's just bizarre. And then you hear about like the numbers being good, but then they're doing the budget cuts. Like, you keep reporting that your numbers are good, but then you're doing budget cuts. Something's not right. Something doesn't feel right. So I don't know. It's just weird. And it's still their lives, man.
Yeah.
Like even like you say, there's opportunities, but it's still like people losing their jobs and then having to find something else. And you can say, okay, yes, there's a lot of companies out there, but I guess what we don't know is, like, what about the budgets for those companies? Like, are they going to be, like, how many of these people can they bring on? Like, AEW feels, like, full. They may bring on maybe one or two.
Well, MLW, they just did this huge statement. Like, their owner just said, we have now an open door policy, so they can introduce new talent, like free agents now.
But that money, though, is that going to be like under a contract, like a salary, or is this going to be like a one and done? Like, okay, we'll bring you in for this show, and you can get paid for this one event, but we can't do a continual thing, which is what it feels like. Maybe ROH might be getting ready to do. Is like, hey, we're not going to have like people that are just on our roster. It's like, hey, you're literally a freelancer. We'll bring you in for a show, for a job. And that whatever we can afford is what we will be doing.
They might do something similar to what Impact does. Like, all right, we'll give you a contract for these set amount of shows, and then that's how we'll pay you. So, I don't know, man.
Right.
Like for MLW, they like some of their free agents. Yeah, we'll just bring you in for one show, but maybe if it's like maybe a high profile, let's just say, for example, Buddy Murphy. Like, man, I want you to tell a story, bring one of our guys up or something like that. So I'm going to bring you on for this short-term contract.
Well, and that too. So to that point, like, you're going from WWE where hey, I'm getting paid this amount, right? And it's a contract for 2-3 years, and they got to pay me. To now, you're getting paid for a couple of, a short stint, this 4-match deal, 5-match deal. Okay, when that deal's done, when's the next one coming? Like, there's this point where maybe they were looking forward to, hey, my family's going to be taken care of. I know where that check's coming from.
Yeah.
To now, kind of like, okay, it's a little bit dicier now, and maybe we can work our way up to get up there again to where we get a contract like we did in WWE.
But I'm gonna keep it real though, man. Like maybe I would feel that way if they was around my pay scale, but they not, man. They're making a lot of money. Like to just if you're smart with your money, you know you have and you're taken care of for WWE, even if they let you go. Like you know you still taken care of because of the opportunity, all of this money that WWE gave you, all the money you made from marketing, and even though they cut you loose, you're still getting paid throughout the rest of the 90 days as well. So I don't know.
It'd be interesting to look into because I don't know, man. Like Keith Lee was mentioning, like, hey, the medical expenses he paid, and then WWE's like, well, no, we paid it. Like, who do I believe? Who do I trust?
That's what I'm saying. They got crosses, yeah.
And so in terms of the money, like, we don't know. Like, some of the wrestlers may have been having to pay. They're paying their travel, they're paying their medical bills.
Well, yeah, there are
all that money.
Right, they're private contractors, so they do have to pay for, like, I understand, like, pay for their medical, pay for their, like, car rental, hotel stay, and all that.
Right.
Like, I get that.
And they're not all, they're not all Roman Reigns, they're not all Seth Rollins. Like, there is a pay scale, and I'm sure, like, at that low end of the pay scale for the year, like, it's once you change someone's way of life, like, even if you said, okay, let's say that somebody's making $1 million a year, right?
Yeah.
They've adjusted that lifestyle to be, towards that amount of money that they're making. And then you change that. Now it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I've saved, maybe I have a savings and I can, have that savings for, like, if times are starting to get a little bit tough because the money that's coming in isn't, up to our lifestyle now. It's like, it's a big change. Like, you may have to, say, hey, this place we're living at, we got to scale down because, I can't be paying for all these expenses. You got 2 cars, maybe you go down to 1. Like, there's so much shit. Like, that's a lot. That's not easy for me to just say, hey, man, like, just roll with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I hear what you're saying, but I also have that empathy for, it's like, anytime you change someone's way of life, like, you can,
but shoot,
they're not billionaires. They're not Vince McMahon. I'm not going to cry for Vince McMahon if, things change for him. Like, he's a billionaire. It's like, whatever. But you got these wrestlers who, even if you did say, hey, like, they made $1 million in a year, like, if they had a certain way of life, and I don't even think that's what it is really, but if they, what's his name? Tyler Breeze was saying, like, he, was smart with what he was able to do, and he's, like, made he saved, and he has side businesses and all that, and that's cool and that's great. But not everybody is Tyler Breeze, and I'm not going to say that because you didn't have that foresight like him that I don't feel sorry for you. Like, I do, because it's like, not everybody's different. Some people may have just been looking into, like, hey, all I want to do is be a wrestler and that's it. All I want to do is work for WWE, and believing, like, I made it. This is it. This is all I need. Tyler was like, look, I want to make sure I have my hand here to set myself up no matter what. And
I still don't need to do that to make sure your family's okay. Like, you could still save. Like, you budget yourself. You just don't live beyond your means. Like, you still.
But for how long though? Because even if you save, right? Even if you save that money, you still, there's gonna become a point if you're not making that amount of money still, where once you start dipping your savings to pay off those expenses, to pay off whatever, eventually it's gonna run out. If you keep the same lifestyle. So you got to change your lifestyle, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that change, that's tough to have a certain lifestyle, be comfortable, your kids are comfortable, your family's comfortable, and then say, you know what, we got to change this lifestyle in order to fit this new income coming in. Like, I feel for that situation too, because I think that for you you think this way, and you are trying to make sure, like, hey, you got the savings to take care of your family, and I respect that. I get it. But I also know that there's a lot of people that I just feel bad when I do hear, like, hey, the job fired them and they've got to figure out, like, how to do all this, how to make things work still.
Yeah.
And they don't want to change like where the kids are going to school or whatever like that, because of what's going on, but they got to do it. And you do what you got to do, but it still sucks to an extent to have to do that, especially when you're working for a company that then says, hey, we're reporting all these great numbers. It's like, well, you're the company's doing great, and yet you're fucking with my life. Like, why? Like, there's something about this that just feels so off to me that I'm just like, I'm not gonna give WWE a pass, and I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't have that empathy for their wrestlers in this. They're just looking at it from a business perspective.
That's what it is. But that's what you sign up for, though. If you're in this cutthroat business, man, like that's what you sign up for. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Because if you're gonna say that, if you hate to see somebody lifestyle change, you can apply the same logic to sports like NFL. Hell, we were just talking about, Matt Nagy, like he will be let go, released,
Yeah.
After that, like, like if people going to be like celebrating, or people going to be like, oh, that sucks, he have to change, you're going to probably have to move, find another place to stay. Like, we don't know what's going to, like, I think that's just,
on a personal level for the Matt Nagy situation, it's like no one's rooting for, and no one's rooting for this for the WWE wrestlers either. No one's like, oh, you want to see Matt Nagy, lose his job and thinking about like what's going to happen to his kids and all that. Like, I get it. I think though there's a little bit of a difference in that situation with the wrestlers from one, if you're not doing your job well and losing your job for that reason, that logically it makes sense. But when you have people who you see are doing their job well and they're still getting let go, it's like, wait, what? Like, why? Like, Keith Lee was a guy that did his job well, and we all loved Keith Lee for it. And then they tried to change him, and there's all the drama, blah, blah, blah. And now he's let go. And it's like, you let him go? Really? And to think about the stories we heard about him, having the procedure, then he comes out and says he had to pay his own medical bills. Now he's out of work. Like, and I'm sure a guy with his talent, he can get back on his feet. But at the same time, I do feel like, dude, he just got married and now they're planning this life together, him and Mia Yim. Yeah. And then they lose their jobs. And now it's like, okay, now we've got to rethink this whole situation and our situation together. Got to change our lifestyle. And okay, I can get a job, get in a couple, 7-match deal. Let's just say, I'm just making up numbers here. Mm. But like, it's a stark difference from what they thought they had. And that emotional impact, I can't underrate that for them, especially when they felt like they were doing their job well. It's like, shit, like I did everything. I felt like I did everything I was supposed to do and I still got fired. Like,
that's like I said, man, that still happens in sports. Look at Belichick. He will cut your ass. Even like we think, oh, this dude had like an awesome season, but Belichick will cut you. And we don't see the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? But yet he's having an awesome season, and still.
Well, he can have an awesome season. Yeah, like Belichick can have an awesome season, but that doesn't change me feeling for the people that he's cutting. Like if you're an aging veteran, he usually cuts you, right? You could be doing great, but once you get to that certain age range, he's like, you know what? I don't see this going that long, so I'm going to cut you. And
that's a fair point. Yeah.
From me on the outside, I look at that like, damn, that's shitty. Like, and I get his philosophy. I understand it. But if we look at it from a personal level, like me, like, do I feel for that player that gets cut because they're too old, even though they're still playing well? Yeah, I do. I still do feel. I mean, there's certain levels to this because like a Tom Brady who gets cut, Tom Brady's getting a job. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't just get cut. It was like, all right, I'm gonna go do this somewhere else. Like he actually chose that, and that's fine. But I don't know. I feel like for these wrestlers, it's kind of a unique situation where, one, we don't really know their contracts like that to know how much they're making, and even if we do, we still don't know their specific situations. Some of them might be fine. Like a Tyler Breeze, watching him, he did he's done a couple interviews since. Yeah. And it sounds like he's totally fine. If he never wrestles again, he's cool. and I'm happy for him. I feel like that is a story that I can, feel good about. But we don't know that that's the case for everybody. When I initially hear it, that's one of the thoughts that goes to my head is like, damn, that's a change. Like they have to adjust for that. That changes their lives. And as a company, I get it. Vince is not going to think like that. Vince is not thinking like, hey, like you got to uproot your life and blah, blah, blah. He's thinking, he budget cuts. And
that's not even reported, but Selena Vega did mention like when she got cut, Vince McMahon actually called her and personally apologized. It was basically, he was saying just, it's kind of out of his hands. So we don't even know how true as this budget cuts is. I'm not even saying,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just reports. It's not even like legit, just confirmed. Everybody's just going off, there's mentioning these profits, but we don't know their how much it costs to run the business, or their net profits or anything like that, man. So, and when I hear that story from Selena Vega's mouth saying like, I got let go and the boss called me and apologized, that holds a little bit of weight with me, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like that feeling stretches to all of them. I don't feel like all of them feel like they get that they're getting that kind of, hey, you cut me and you can't. Like again,
it's something he probably don't even know.
Yeah, like Taya Valkyrie was like, this company doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, she was, and
pissed. That's coming from somewhere. Like her husband and her let go. Like what the fuck. With Hit Row, they went, and I think it was Top Dollar said when B Fab got cut, he said something about it. He said, he's like, this is wrong. Like, no, this doesn't work. We're unique. You cut her. Yeah, we can still do it. We can still be a 3-man squad. But, then we're just like everybody else. Like, this is wrong. And then, there was, so I feel like every situation is different. Mm-hmm. With Zelina, that's a positive. Like even with Bryan Danielson, when he decided to leave, like him and Vince's relationship, they have a good relationship. I feel like some people Vince does have a good relationship.
Like he favors some people. Like I'm not blind. Right. I'm not blind to that. Yeah.
Right. So I think where we can agree on is that it is a business, and they're making decisions thinking about the business. Yeah. And everyone's situation is different, and we don't know. Like, I can't say I know for sure that they're all going to be struggling. I can't say for sure that I know that they're all going to be perfectly fine with the fact that, they lost this job that they had and they have to go looking for work again. I mean, we don't know that. And I can empathize with the idea that some of them, it's going to be harder for some than others. It's like, yeah. And even with the different companies out there, I'm glad there's a lot of opportunities. I'm glad there's a lot of places for them to go potentially. But I don't want to just, I guess, think like, okay, they're all going to be fine. They're all. I hope they are. I hope they are.
Like you're not wrong. Yeah. I'm not even disagreeing. Like like no, their lifestyle doesn't have to change. But I understand, like lifestyle is going to have to change. Like you have to make some sacrifices, but you're gonna, in the end, you're gonna pull it through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's a positive. That's like that. I like that message as a way to kind of, deal with, hey, if you feel like, let's just believe like these guys, all of these wrestlers, the males and the females, all of them are talented enough that they could be stars anywhere. Like they're all great talents that they can find their footing. And, I like that as like a positive, kind of way to look at basically what you're saying is you believe that they can find their footing, and there are opportunities out there. So hopefully they do. And I can co-sign with that. Absolutely.
You believe in yourself, man. Like, you know what? I got this. Like, I can use myself as an example. Like, what company I work for. Mm-hmm. Like, so if I was to get let go, I'm like, yeah, that would suck. But like, you know what? Shit, I feel like LeBron. I'm gonna take my talents and I'm gonna go somewhere else who appreciate me. Yeah. And I'm gonna, like if my lifestyle changed a little bit or a lot, so be it. But man, I'm gonna pull it through for my family. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and we're gonna make it. All right.
See, for me, I guess where the difference is I like to know my next move before something like that happens.
Mhm.
You know, like if it's me, I want it to be something where I have another, job lined up, or I'm the one making the move to, take that next step in my life
Yeah.
versus, you know, yeah, you just took the rug out from under me. And now, yeah, I believe in myself, but I still have to go out there and
You still
kind
gotta
of
have your
almost
plan. Like you still
well have
like,
well have your plan, but also too,
yeah,
like, you know, it's I don't know. The way that I look at it, it's yes, I feel like I'm talented, but is someone else truly going to, give me that chance? Like, I don't think of it as a definite, even though I do think that, yeah, I am a talented person. Yeah, I could, I feel like I could fit in almost anywhere, but
yeah.
you never know. You know what I'm saying? You hear people trying to get jobs and not able to get jobs, and it's like, shit, man, like it sucks, to hear that for some people. And so for me, it's like the way I was raised, the way I grew up is always like, hey, you don't leave your current job unless you know where your money's coming from on the next
Yeah.
one. You
Yep.
have to have that plan, right? So I'm not gonna just like up in one day just quit on something without having that plan.
No, I'm not even talking about quitting, but I'm saying what
No,
if
I'm saying
happened. Yeah, like a layoff. Like you totally unexpected. Like, oh,
But that's the thing. Like right now, like I'm not planning on leaving my job. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I'm thinking, no, where I'm at right now, if anything, I'm trying to, potentially move through within the company to another position, right? So in that mindset, if they were to say to tomorrow, hey, we're cutting everybody, there's now I'm like, well, shit, I was thinking that my future was here.
Yeah.
And now it's not. So now I gotta basically see, try to gauge connections that I have to try to make my next move. So my, the hopes I had, the plans I had within the company that I'm in, it's no longer, and that sucks. So there's that period of like, well, okay, how do I do this? And I got bills to pay, like now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm dipping into savings to try to figure that out. It's like it's one of those things, and I guess that's just it for me. Is like I look at it from my perspective that if I'm happy where I'm at, and that place says they don't want me, and I'm thinking about moving up within that company, it's like shit. Now I gotta go find something else, and is like I'm not even thinking about going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't. So maybe that's what I'm looking like with a lot of these wrestlers. It could be that they thought this is it. Like I'm here and I'm just going to try to work my way up in WWE. And then it's no longer there. And it's like, okay.
But maybe I'm looking at the business side too. Like, yeah, they get let go, but that WWE name holds some weight. Like, it's compared to somebody who's still coming through the indies and they get this amount, but yet
you're not wrong.
I got somebody like, let's just say I got Lince Dorado, he want to come through. Yeah, I'm gonna pay him extra because he's from WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like that holds some weight.
That's a great way to look at it. I just feel like that from that person going through it though, you don't have that certainty because you're not the one doing the hiring.
Yeah.
You could believe that and you can hope that does carry weight, but you still got to go in and like on a regular job, you still got to interview. You still got to hope that person that interviews you likes you so you can go on to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully you meet the boss and the boss is like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to take you on. Here's the contract. Here's what you get. Like all that. Like there's still that, actually doing it and having everything fall into place. Right. But I don't take it as it's a done deal. I take it as like, yes, I have all this going in my favor. I got a great resume, but there's also the like, I don't know this person in charge. I'm building new relationships.
Got to build new rapport. Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? And they may say no. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mindset, like I might get a bunch of no's. People get rejected all the time, so it's like you may get a no. Like it. So that's just it is what it is, and I empathize with that change. I empathize with that change, especially when you're happy where you're at. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gutting.
Man, the only thing constant in life is change.
Yeah, it don't make it any easier to deal with.
I know,
you
but
can say that it could
I'm
be
just
right,
saying, I'm just
but it
saying,
doesn't
though.
make it easy. And that's where I guess everything you're saying is not is right. You're not saying anything that I would say it's incorrect. It's not factual. But I guess what I'm saying is from an emotional standpoint, I can understand, and that's where my mind goes whenever I hear like this person gets released. It's like, okay, that uncertainty of, yeah, sure, I'm talented, but I wanted to be here and now I'm not. So now I got to move to that next thing, and where's that going to be? And let me get it back on the grind. When I grinded so hard to get to where I'm at, and now I got to do it all over again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. And during that period of time, I hope it happens fast enough so that my bills don't catch up with my savings. And now I'm like, okay.
You know what? Maybe I feel a little bit different because I actually experienced that. Like, I was with the company even before the company I'm with right now, but I got laid off, and I was with that company for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make, I had to adjust, had to make a change. So maybe because I went through that experience and I know, how I just overcome the hurdles. And
yeah, I mean, I don't like talking about my
I got you,
personal stuff
yeah,
going on,
yeah,
but
yeah. That's why
I'll
I'm just
say
keeping
that
it general.
I've been through that myself in a different way, to where I actually chose in the spur of the moment to leave, and it was a scary time. Because I didn't like the situation I was in.
Yeah.
And so that right there, I felt like it was the right thing to do, but it was scary as hell because I'm like, what's that next thing? Like, I didn't have that plan right away. And so it was a little bit like, and then I was thinking about just going and seeing, getting the, anyway, I don't want to get into the details.
I got you.
For this, no. But it's just, it's tough. It's tough, and I that's where I empathize. I'm like, I felt that way when I chose to leave, let alone someone telling me, pack it,
fuck out.
Right. I'm like, what? I don't want to be there again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to feel that again. So
I got you, bro.
Yeah, man. So it's just one of those things. But yeah,
I mean, we had went through two different experiences. It's how we, it's how we view life, I guess, man. But it's cool, man. I respect your opinion, my brother.
Yeah, I respect your views, like I said, man. Nothing you said, I feel like is wrong. It's just a different perspective on it. And I think the way that you're looking at it is great inspiration for someone to be able to pick themselves up and believe in themselves. Like, I do respect that about
even you too. What you're saying, like, if you make sure you have a plan and whatnot, bro.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you have a plan, because that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you don't have a plan,
it's that experience, bro.
That could be tough. Yeah.
Spend a little knowledge.
Right.
Y'all youngsters.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, man. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to cap.
Yeah.
On this one. This was a little bit more real.
Yeah, we got real. I guess with the WWE releases and shit.
Yeah.
That's man.
All right, man. So next Monday, like I said, after Raw, that I could do.
I want to talk about I want to talk about AEW next time, man, because I'm feeling what Daniel Bryan's doing.
Yeah.
Dude, I love cocky heels.
Yep.
He came out there, bro. He came out there super cocky, like, bro, I am that dude. Don't fuck with me, cowboy, bro. You know what? You ain't even ready, bro. You ain't even ready today.
I don't want any excuses.
Any other time, I will fight, but come on, you wearing cowboy shit? I was like, oh, I gotta get a shirt. I gotta get a BD shirt.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
And then he mentioned WrestleMania. He was like,
as soon as he mentioned WrestleMania, I was like,
bring that WWE style. Interjected. Yeah. The crowd was booing that shit.
They hated it. Like, what? You said WrestleMania? Boo this man. Boo this man. Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
and
shit.
Too, when he was fighting Evil Uno and just that heelish, like, it was almost like,
dude,
Planet's champion, but just
Yes!
like not
Yes!
buggy at all.
Oh,
Like, he just
I
went
miss
all
playing
out.
the champion. He was stumping the
Dude.
shit, and then he put in a submission. He was flexing with the shit. I was
Yeah.
like, what is
Dude.
DB doing?
Well, before that too, he looked at the crowd. He said, "I'm gonna stomp his fucking head in." And I said, "What the hell?" And he grabbed his arms and was stomping his head. And I said, "Good Lord."
Seeing the
This
reaction
dude.
from Aubrey was like priceless too, when he was just
Yeah.
stumping Evil Uno's head in, man.
Yep.
And as soon as he put the submission, she had to like, oh, he's out.
Right.
And he was like, no, I ain't letting go. He started flexing with the shit. I was
Yep.
like, bro, BD is on one.
He's on one. He's on one. He's like, you know what? Until I get that championship match, I'm gonna go through the entire Dark Order and I'm stomping all their heads
in their hometown.
in their hometown. Yeah, Colt Cabana. I hear we're in Chicago.
Right?
Okay. I got
Bet.
something for you. I got something for you.
I was like, oh, you got it, sir.
Yeah.
You got it. You number one in my rankings,
Man.
sir.
Oh yeah, dude. He is on another level. He's on another level. Like,
See that character.
Look,
Character. See?
it's amazing. And I know, like, the AEW, like, hardcore fans, you know, they may feel a certain type of way about it, but the WWE characters that are coming in, you can feel the difference. They're just larger than life characters that just make you feel a little bit different. It just hits different when you got the Bryan Danielsons, you know,
Miro.
the Miros, the Adam Coles come in. It's like these egos, these characters.
Pay attention.
Yeah, like all of it. You just see it one
Yes.
after another. Even like, you know, Malachi and Andrade, you know, like they're not getting featured in the same way right now, but you can see Malachi's entrance and the way he carries himself.
Owns
Dude,
it.
man.
Andrade, every time he's on screen, he owns that time.
He owns it. Yeah. Like, you want to see them. That group that has come in, it's almost like when, you know, back in the day when the WCW guys came into WWE, you had like Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, you know, all those guys. It's like, what is going on, you know? And they just felt a little bit different. This is on a whole nother level, though, because you're talking about Bryan Danielson, like main evented WrestleMania, Bryan Danielson, just last WrestleMania.
Yes. Oh, man. The fact that he mentioned WrestleMania in AEW. Yeah, it was just brilliant. It was beautiful just to see the reaction. I love every bit of it. Just the heel side of me. Yeah, it just came out. Love BD even more. I'm like, oh, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Yes, you did. He was like, yeah, you know what I did the night after WrestleMania? He was like, I wrestled the next night.
The very next night. Like, wow.
Like, you would boo hard work, Virginia. You would boo hard work. I was like, bro, he's going in. He's going in.
Man, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Just, hey.
Hill BD, I'm with it.
He's great.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely we'll bring in AEW next week, man. That definitely is a must for sure. Talk about his next chapter, and it's gonna be in Chicago too, so that's gonna be
tomorrow.
It's gonna be a good one. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Man. Awesome. Yeah. All right, man. We'll cap it here.
Yeah,
great show. Happy Thanksgiving too, by the way.
Yeah,
to
man.
you and yours, man. You and the family.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Definitely enjoy.
Get all the fixings.
Yeah.
I got green beans, tomatoes.
Get it all.
Yeah. About to eat good, man. You know, it's that time.
Hell yeah.
Don't
All right,
eat too
man.
much.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna eat. I'm just doing a little bit of a diet now. I'm just like, you know what? No diet. I'm just going in and eating whatever the hell I want.
You gotta go ham.
Yes.
Yep. Might wear this shirt right here, man.
You should. You should absolutely do it. Man. Thanksgiving with the head of the table t-shirt. Holy shit. That's just, yeah, Yeah, that's only right.
That's me. That's me.
Oh man, we'll enjoy, sir. Enjoy.
Yes, you too, man. To you and yours, bro.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, man. Later.
Later.